Hey guys, Armus555 here, coming to you with a deck profile. So I said I was going to do windups, but I kind of lied. I decided to do EVOLS instead. I will definitely do a windup deck profile at some point in the near future. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be. It's a little bit straighter. But it will be sometime soon. So without further ado, I'm just going to get on the deck profile. I will explain some things, but everything else is just kind of standard. Once again, I do not own Raigeki, I do not own Exciton Knight, and I don't own a 101. So, starting things off, you have 1, 2, 3 Westlo. I actually think this deck's actually still pretty good. It's a little bit slower starting off. Like, it's definitely better in slower formats, like something with Bujins, or the hat format. I guess that was the one, but this deck's still really strong, just because its XYZ monsters are so powerful, and it can gain advantage really easily off of this card. I'm also playing 2 Najasho. 3's too many, and 1 is not enough. I've always tried 1, but then I've had, situations come up where I have needed the second Najasho to do, a big push. This is really good turn 1 if you open up with that, and Evo-Force basically can make a first turn Logia, and it'll set up your Evo-Singularity. So there's actually a pretty cool combo you can do turn 1 with Evo-Singularity into, what the heck is it called? King of the Feral Imps. So that's really strong. So that's it for the Evil tiles. I'm just playing 5. I do not like Lagasucho. The only thing I like him for is, if you have a Westlo set, there's the Lagasucho Westlo combo, which is really strong. But a lot of times people are just going to attack in your Westlo unless they know you're playing Evils. In that situation, they're just going to wait for you to flip it up. Lagasucho is just really slow. He's not very good. You can summon him, and he's going to make you have a Singularity live, but that requires your opponent to kill the Lagasucho first, which isn't that great. So I just don't like it. I think it's completely unnecessary to play, and it just fills up a slot for something that'd be more useful. So on to the Evolsaurs. I'm playing 1, 2 Cerato. I'm actually playing a pretty old school Evolsaur engine, which I'll talk about in a second here. So, yeah, so just 2 Cerato. I think that 3 is fine as well. I've seen some builds running no Diplo and then 3, but I think you have to play at least 2 Ceratos. I wouldn't play 1. He's kind of your searcher. He's also your big 1900 beater, so that's really important as well. I am playing 2 Diplo. Normally I was playing when we had Blaster, and I still might change this back, but I just found I was running out of Evolsaurs too quickly, and I'm not playing what's that card called? Not Pot of Dichotomy, Emerald. I'm not playing Digesto Emerald because I sold mine for $50, which is awesome. But because of that, I decided I should play more Evolsaurs. And this guy's still really good. I noticed I cut him out. And there were so many times where I wish I had him. They can attack into you, and you flip up in the damage step and bring this out, and then they can't respond with their back row. This is if I open a Najasho Evo-Force play, and I know I'm playing against Lightsworn or Necroz or something, I'll just turn 1, just blow it out and just summon 2 of these just so that I don't draw them and they're out of the deck. So I think these are still really good, and there are still a lot of really annoying decks that this deck has a hard time with, such as Cleaforts and Satellar Knights can be a really hard matchup, so this guy helps out with those. Then 1, 2, 3 Vulcano. So I'm playing 7 Evolsaurs. I actually prefer playing 6, but this was the original number that people played for the longest time when the deck was topping, which I think is fine. You need to play 3 of this. I see some builds still just playing 2. I was a big advocate of 3 before anybody topped with this deck playing 3, just because this is your instant 1 rank 4 monster, so it's really, really strong. It sucks to draw, but it's actually quite relevant as well because it gets under Bottomless, so it's not too bad. I kind of just wish they'd given this guy a big defense or something. That would have been a lot better. So that's it for the monsters. Just 12 monsters. I'm not playing Thunder King. I do like Thunder King, but I'm playing a lot of search cards in here. And I just noticed it was hurting me more than helping, so I'd rather just side deck it if anything. So, sorry about that. So onto the spells. We have 3 Evo-Forces, the best card in the deck. You combo this with Najasho, or you can flip up a Westlo special something, and then Evo-Force it as well, so that's really good. This is also late game is really powerful because you can bring out 2 Volcanos if you build the chain properly, and you basically will make a Logi and a Dolka, or 2 Dolkas, or whatever you need in the situation, so it's really, really good. So for search cards, I'm playing 3 Evo-Diversity. This is basically my 13th, 14th, 15th monster. you really don't need more monsters than that. Like, this deck loses if you draw too many monsters. It's much like Samurai, where you want to like search into your monsters. You don't want to like open with 4, or like 2 Evolsaurs and a Evoltile. Like, you're just gonna lose with that. So you basically just want to open like Westlo as your only monster, or a couple Westlos, or Westlo Najasho. Like, that's ideally what you want to do. I am playing 3 Pot of Duality. I always usually play 2 in this deck for sure, because like you want to thin the deck and you want to search into your Westlo and you want to grab your Evo-Singularity or your Evo-Force. But I decided to bump this up to 3 just because like even though like this deck's already slow, there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about that. And this basically just helps you get to your pieces that you need sooner. It sucks if you like open 2 of them, but once again, gain to Westlo and just saying it. Turn 1 is so important. Even if your opponent knows it's a Westlo set, you're instantly putting pressure on the board. And if they have to like waste a 1-for-1 Raigeki on a Westlo, like that's totally fine. You're okay with that. So on to back row hate. I am playing 1-2 Mystical Space Typhoon. I actually don't like this card, this format. I think it's really bad in the main deck. But this deck does have a harder time with back rows, and it's like one of the few decks that honestly like insta loses to skill drain and not vanities as much, but definitely skill drain. And so this makes the Cleave matchup a little bit better. It makes the skill drain not as powerful against you. That's just because this deck generally has all small monsters except for Cerato. So if they have skill drain up, like you instantly lose. So this is just kind of an out to it. I'm playing 2 Lance because like this card's super nuts. Like if you get Dolk on the board and you have this thing set, they'll like try and waste their destruction cards on Dolka and you just Lance and they still can't get over it because it's going to be at 1500, which is pretty good, but it's more so just the fact that you still have the effect negation to stay in there. And most monsters have like effects that they want to activate on summon nowadays, so Dolka is just really powerful. I am playing Book of Moon, definitely staple in here. I wish this card would go up to like 2 one day, hopefully. And I'm playing Soul Charge, because Soul Charge in this deck is just as nasty in here as it is in 6 Samurai. Like, late game, you can Soul Charge back like 3 or 4, well, generally it's going to be 4 Evolsaurs, and you can overlay for like 2 Logias or a Logia and a Dolk or whatever rank 4 you need at the time. So this card's just super powerful, and I think you have to play it in here. So that's it for the spells. I have no idea what that is. I know I'm running 13 traps, so it must be 15 spells. That sounds right. Anyways. So Evo-Singularity times 3. This card is broken. It's one of the reasons why I think EVOLS is even viable, is like the fact that your opponent can activate a card and the special summons say something like Soul Charge, and you can actually chain this and then special Solda, and then this will summon before the Soul Charge resolves. Soul Charge will resolve, and then you can blow up whatever you special summon by detaching the Solda. So like really powerful. Other cool combos you can do is if you have a Logia on the board with an Evo-Singularity set, they activate a card. You can activate Logia to detach 2 for cost, and then chain Evo-Singularity, and what that'll do is actually summon out like another Logia or Dolka, and inside the chain, and that way you have like another negate sitting on the board, like another Logia sitting there. So you basically like go +1, which is pretty awesome, and then you still have like the Logia sitting there, like this 2400 beater, so plus another one. So it's just really, really good. This card's amazing. You can actually OTK with this too sometimes if you have the right sackiness set up. 1, 2, 3 Fiendish Chain. I think you have to play triple Fiendish Chain here. It's just great trap. 2 Mirror Force. You need some battle destruction in this deck, just for the pure fact that this deck does have a very difficult time getting over big boards, so this definitely helps out with that problem. And onto the 1-for-1s, I'm playing the 1 Vanities. If you get like a Logia on the board with this, it's usually game. It's like really hard to get around that. So I'm playing the 1 Ring of Destruction. This deck just needs more responsive traps, and this card definitely helps with that. The deck also, once again, lacks monster destruction, so like this helps with that too. I am playing Compulsory. A lot of people are like, oh, this card's bad. No, it's actually a really good card. Like, it's super underrated. It's good against BA and Dolls. It might not be good against Necros, but it's also good against like Satellar Knights. And it's actually really good because you can flip up Westlo. They can like Fiendish Chain or break through a Veil your Westlo. You chain Compulsory to bounce the Westlo back to hand, and then the Westlo will resolve, and you can still get your special summon, like bring out a Vulcano and then make a Logia or something for free. So Compulsory is just too good not to play, I think. Bottomless Trapple, and Solemn Warning. I'm not playing Torrential because this deck, much like Samurai's, does require board presence, so it's a little bit harder to play around my own board being wiped. Onto the extra deck, I'm playing the one Solda. He's obviously just there for the fact that you can bring him out with Evo-Singularity. You can't make him any other way. Then I'm playing 1, 2, 3 Logia. I see a lot of people playing only 2 of this. I think you need to play triple Logia. Like, I've had so many games where I brought 3 of these in one game, and because this is kind of a slower grind deck, and you do need 3 of this. Like, it's just super good, especially now that we have 3 Singularities. Like, it's easier to make 3 Logias in one game. So, 2 Dolkas. Dolka is awesome. He's my favorite card in the extra deck. You summon this guy against like Mermails, Lightsworn, anything that has like a lot of monster effects. This card's actually really powerful against Necrods as well. It's just super good. Like basically what they're gonna. The only thing you have to worry about Necrods is Unicorn. You have to be really careful with Unicorn. But other than that, this card just like poops on the whole deck. Like they try and Bronic, you negate. They try and Manju or Senju, you negate. They try and what's the card I'm thinking of? Trishu or whatever, you negate. Like it's just super super good. So, yeah, definitely. I mean, they can't even run over this with Bronic. They have to, like, crash if they do summon it. And in that case, you're probably going to have traps anyways, so. And then Ragna Zero, King of the Feral Imps. So, the combo you can do with this turn 1 is basically open Najasho, Evo-Singularity, and a Evo-Force. And if I ever open that, I know I've won the game. You're basically going to go Najasho for, like, 2 Evolsaurs. Doesn't matter what it is, like a Diplo and a Cerato if you want. Overlay for this. You detach to search, because that's the biggest problem is like if you don't have a monster to detach off of the Najasho Evo-Force play, your Singularity isn't going to be live until you activate whatever monster you summon out, such as Logia. So this is going to make your Evo-Singularity live right away. So you detach, you're going to add a Westlo to your hand, and then your Evo-Singularity is going to be live because you're going to have a detached Evolsaur from this, and you're going to have the Najasho you attributed in the graveyard. So super, super strong. I am playing Black Ship of Corn. This will come out for probably Exciton Night or 101 when I get it, if I ever do get one. Castell, Diamond Direwolf, Dweller, Cowboy, Rhapsody's MVP in here. I'm playing 1 rank 3. I'm playing Line Emperor. He's just really good because he can actually get back your... He lets you recycle, but he can get back your Westlows or your 1 of 2 Najashos so you can use them again, which is really good. That's why I don't think you need 3s, because like... And it does come up often, you can make this. The only other rank 3 I would definitely consider playing would be M'Equipped Engineers. Really good, because if you get M'Equipped out with like a Logia or a Dolka, especially Dolka, you're in like a really strong position, so... Anyways, guys, that's the deck profile. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really don't know what I'm going to do next. I guess I could do wind-ups. I had somebody request to do Inzectors. I'm totally down for doing that as well. So yeah, it's probably going to be one of the 2. I guess we'll find out what happens. Anyways, let's get this to 30 likes, and I'll have another deck profile for you guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.